How fast is your website programmer? Too many fall victim to this trick question. This is episode number 296 of the weekly quick tips for your marketing toolbox by My Online Toolbox with a simple objective to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Last week, we were on episode number 295 talking about false victories from your tech folk. Check it out because it had an extensive example of what we mean. You need to appreciate this to be able to judge whether your marketing is effective or not. Week before that, we were talking about why wait for New Year's resolutions, especially on average when it takes more than 2 months before any new behavior becomes automatic. Check out that episode. Week before that, we were just trying to have you appreciate how you can invest 100 hours in a year to easily exceed 95% of the contractors at marketing. The week before that, we were talking about buzzwords. Are your marketing people simply parroting all of the easy to say buzzwords, but they don't have a strategy? The reason why we are amplifying all of these topics at the end of the year is that we just see repetitively so many people chasing technology topics of the day, but not having a strategy to help you with your 1 to 5 year objectives, which is moving into this week's episode of, again, how fast is your website programmer? And let me ask a very simple analogy, and then you try to come up with an answer, and then we'll explain why your answer is usually wrong. So you just finished possibly a gorgeous kitchen remodel. It took you a couple of weeks to get the project. It took you another couple of weeks to a month or two to get that project going, and then even another couple of months to finish the project. And now you're so excited, and you simply have all this imagery and whatever the content may be, and you dump it to your programmer and quickly say, hey, I need you to get this posted ASAP. What is the answer? Is it a day? Is it a week? Or possibly even more? The trick question or the trick answer is the quicker the answer, then you could bet your people are not doing marketing correct for the 1 to 5 year plan. You need to appreciate there is simply no rush, at least to do it right. And here we want to take some topics to put into your mind so you could appreciate why the faster your programmer goes, the worse it is for your long term objectives. First, somebody needs to take a moment to review the analytics to see which keywords are you going to choose for this project. Too many people just assume it. They go so fast and they just don't take 5 to 10 to 15 minutes just to look at how everything else is performing. So then they could, number two, rename all of the images and other supporting content for the keywords and the SEO, search engine optimization objectives. From there, once we have those images renamed, we then have to create a story organizing the images. Many times there's a lot of topics, details within those images that could only be provided by you, a design person, a production person, but not the programmer. There are too many topics inside a project that a programmer may not appreciate within the many different aspects of the construction industry. Do not assume they know, because when they make a mistake and they're not with your company 1 to 5 years later, you could bet that a lot of the topics that are underneath the sheets are not propagating the way you think they are from a cosmetic perspective. Design the page with the title and the meta descriptions to support the story. Again, going back to SEO, search engine optimization, many programmers don't understand your business, so they inadvertently index the pages wrong, just with along with the content wrong, and then it propagates incorrectly long after that programmer is no longer with you. If you have a video, ensure that it's loaded to YouTube to be a permutation of the SEO objectives. Can't get into that now because that's going to take up too much time. Also, ensure that the new project page is properly linked to existing pages on your website. You also need to sprinkle project content throughout portfolio pages, testimonial pages, and perhaps update a couple of other existing pages on your site with this new, fresh content. And then last but not least, and this is a tough one, to make sure that the social posts on Facebook and Instagram are done to reference the new project pages on your website. Way too many people make the social posts so fast in this anticipation of thinking that they're competing with Kim Kardashian or somebody else who's more on the social world of trying to make sales with their social media. You're trying to build a brand. Most people lose the opportunity of driving more traffic to their website because they post on social media faster than they needed to. We've been doing this for a long time. In fact, just this week, we posted on our Instagram channel our 140th featured project. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's remodeling, new home building, outdoor living, any other permutation. Usually, what will happen is the strategy is the same. There's permutations to the strategy depending on the complexity of your business, but most people are in such a rush that the programmers are not connected to the video people and the photographers on top of the social people, and let alone a newsletter. And if you don't have a strategy to how this content is deployed over a period of time, you simply do it wrong. So we want to remind people that specifically, even though it's presented visually different right now, if you look up the My Online Toolbox Instagram channel, is not just showing featured projects, meaning great, cool things to show, which they are of all of our diverse clients, but the strategy behind the ongoing marketing efforts of these clients is what makes the project a featured project for us. Separately, for those of you who are picking up this quick tip on another medium, please remember that the My Online Toolbox Facebook page, as well as the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel, has these weekly quick tips on a weekly basis. Obviously, that's funny, but please like or subscribe to those channels and even comment on a couple of posts just so it shows up into your feed on a weekly basis. For those of you new to the My Online Toolbox orbit, remember all of these client success stories and strategies began with education. So just check out the award-winning My Online Toolbox Education for More Leads, and at a minimum, you'll be able to appreciate all of the strategy that goes into what people do towards their website marketing to help them generate more quality leads over an extended period of time. This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing. And never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.